What's going on, guys? My name is Lunar Abyss, and recently I've spent over 100 hours in Elden Ring. So today, I wanted to bring you a video about what 100 hours in Elden Ring is like, and whether or not it's worth any of your time. There are spoilers, so you have been warned. But anyway, let's get right into it. So as most people would know, Elden Ring is a Souls game developed by From Software, who also brought about the Dark Souls series. Elden Ring is the first completely open-world Souls game that From Software has developed and have done an amazing job at making it. When you first get into the world of Elden Ring, you can't help but feel like you've been immersed in a completely different world. The graphics are stunning and there are so many places with lush, beautiful sceneries. After exploring the area a bit, you'll find yourself at a grace in front of a gate where an NPC named Millennia will give you a horse, the main source of movement in the game. The horse battles can be fun at times, but sometimes it could be a pain in the neck, so usually I'd get off the horse to fight the mobs. The combat when mounted isn't too bad, it's what you'd sort of expect, but I do have to say, having a source of movement like we do in Elden Ring is a lot of fun as compared to Dark Souls. Moving on from the horse turret, this game has an entire arsenal of fun weapons. There are fun weapons like the Sword of Night and Flame, Giz's Wheel, Hand of Millennia, and many more that I have yet to unlock. Moving on from the incredible weapons, there are some magics as well. Since my character is a samurai build, I'm not really able to show much of it, but trust me, there is an abundance of magic and faith equipment in the world of Elden Ring. The bosses in Elden Ring, as compared to the bosses in Dark Souls, are on a completely different level as compared to the ones you would normally see from those games. The bosses are smarter when you go to heal, for example. For them, it is an opening in which they will attack. So it comes down to when a good time to heal will be, while also maintaining a good distance from the boss so you don't get hit. A good example of this are the Godskin Apostle bosses, as they will throw black flame fireballs at you whenever you go to heal. Another boss that will give you a ton of trouble, and is one I consider the hardest Souls boss yet, is Starscourge Radahn. I first fought Radahn when I was around level 56. I was definitely underleveled as he would completely mop the floor with me. After trying a rough estimate about 30 to 40 times, I finally did beat him. But what I'm trying to get at here is that the bosses in Elden Ring are on a completely different level than the Dark Souls bosses, and is definitely worth playing if you seek a challenge. On to the story of this game. It has been one heck of a journey so far, definitely one of From Software's best storytelling Souls games. I won't go too into detail about the story as I don't want to really spoil myself for what's left of the game, but basically you are on a journey to become a god. You have to go around and slay these corrupted demigods and claim the Elden Ring for yourself. It's quite a cool concept to really think about, considering how far you can go and then look back on yourself and realize just how weak you were before becoming so incredibly strong. Multiplayer mode can be really good at times. It's always incredibly fun to play with friends, but after the area is complete of bosses, they can no longer be summoned into that area. So my only problems with multiplayer is that it does not feel like full-versed multiplayer, and whenever you do get summoned, the servers would just fold onto themselves and cause connection errors to occur, causing you to get sent back to your own world, regardless of whether or not you were doing a boss or not. Other than that, the multiplayer function is pretty alright. Not much more to really comment on that. The music of this game is a masterpiece. It perfectly combines the elements of how the game feels so alive. From Software really put their blood and tears into making quite possibly one of the best games to date. They really went all out with this game, and I couldn't be happier to be playing such a fun, challenging game. Moving on from that though, I have talked about some of the best things I love about this game, and there are some small cons that I would like to address. For one, some areas of the map you could walk inside of and start a boss without even knowing you were getting yourself into one. For example, let's say you wanted to do some bosses with friends, but end up walking inside of an area where a boss spawned and you can't get out of it, and you have to keep your 20,000 runes. It's either you kill the boss without your friends, or you lose your 20,000 runes. It doesn't happen all that often now, but before not knowing anything about the game, it could be a bit annoying. Another small con I have about this game is that the invaders quite literally get lost while looking for the host. Invaders sometimes spawn right next to the host, but other times they'll just spawn on the other side of the map and end up leaving. So it's not really all that fun. One other huge problem with this game is random crashing. I have no idea what causes it, but occasionally the game will freeze and then crash on you randomly. It doesn't happen often, but it can be an issue if it happens during critical moments of gameplay. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and why not consider subscribing? I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.